Welcome to Melrose Unitarian Universalist Church. Our service today is titled Earth Day, Facing the Climate Emergency. So good morning. My name is Dan Franklin. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I and the other staff use our pronouns so that anyone will know that they are welcome as they are. I'm so glad you could be here with us this morning. We are a church of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. All who share our values are welcome here with us. Welcome, one and all. Thank you to our helpers for coffee hour, Garen Boyd and Gloria Gabriel. Our ushers are Wendy Badger and Cassandra, and our greeter is Cassandra. We have a board announcement from our clerk, Gretchen Locke.
Thanks, Dan. Good morning, everyone. So this is an announcement of a special meeting that we're having next week. A special meeting of the church will be held on April 28th, 2024 in the sanctuary immediately following the service to discuss proposed changes to Article 2, the purpose section of our bylaws. The current purpose statement is, affirming a faith in every human personality, we unite in the spirit of Jesus for the worship of God and the service of humanity. We pledge ourselves to participate in the work of the church, to strengthen one another in a free and disciplined search for the truth, and to implement our vision, a world of brother and sisterhood, justice, and peace. The proposed revisions would rename Article 2 to Vision and Mission, replace the current purpose statement with the recently revised Vision and Mission, and then for consistency of terminology, make some adjustments to other sections of the bylaws. The April 28th special meeting will be informational only. No vote will be taken. A vote is planned for the annual meeting on May 15th. There are posters around the building that'll tell you all the particulars about the meeting, and the midweek update has links to more information about these changes. Just also a quick note that this meeting will be combined with a finance forum with updates on next year's budget and information on our endowment. So please plan to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen. This Earth Day service is a team effort. In recognition of that, I'd like to ask the members of the Climate Action Team who are here today to please stand so that you can be recognized. Thank you. Now, let us welcome one another into worship with our weekly practice of welcome. Say hello to the persons beside, behind, before, and near you. Let's have a good look at our beloved community. And let's turn and wave and say hi to all our church friends far and near. And now, Val Zartarian will provide a brief history of Earth Day.
Thank you, Dan. The first Earth Day in 1970 brought together groups that had been fighting against oil spills, polluting factories and power plants, raw sewage being discharged into water bodies, open-air toxic dumps, overuse of pesticides, more freeways, loss of wilderness, and extinction of wildlife. It also led to the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and groundbreaking environmental laws, including the Clean Air Act and Clean Water Act. The 50th anniversary theme in 2020 was climate action. Over 1 billion people worldwide participated in this historic movement that continues as citizens of the world rise up and unite to meet the global climate crisis through actions at all levels.
I call us to worship this morning with these words from the poet A.E. Housman. Loveliest of trees, the cherry tree is hung with bloom along the bough and stands about the woodland ride, wearing white for Eastertide. Now of my 80 years and 10, 20 will not come again, and take from 70 springs a score, it only leaves me 50 more. And since to look at things in bloom, 50 springs is little room, about the woodlands I will go to see the cherry tree hung with snow. And now we light the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, the flaming chalice. Here to light ours this morning and lead us in our covenant is Nancy Free.
I invite you all to rise in body or in spirit and join me in the words of our covenant, the words of which are written on the screen. Love of this church, the quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. Held together in peace to seek knowledge and freedom to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. This is our great covenant, one with another and with our God.
Please remain standing if you would, and join us for our opening hymn, For the Earth Forever Turning, number 163. Lyrics will appear on the slides. Our Time for All Ages story this morning, Berry Song, was written by Caldecott medalist winner Michaela Godin. The author says, like the young girl in this book, I too live on an island at the edge of a wide, wild sea. My home is Sitka, Alaska. As Tlingit people, our way of life has always been woven into the rhythm of the land and sea, to the animals and plants that nurture our body and spirit.
On an island at the edge of a wide, wild sea, Grandma shows me how to live on the land. Together, we pull hemlock branches from the salty ocean, heavy with herring eggs like tiny stars. On the beach, we gather ribbons of slippery seaweed dancing in the tide. By the tumbling, icy falls, we dip our nets for silvery salmon hidden beneath the currents. And in the forest, we pick berries. Salmonberry, cloudberry, blueberry, lagoonberry, huckleberry, soapberry, strawberry, crowberry. The berries sing to us, glowing like little jewels. We sing too, so berry and bear know we are here. Grandma tells me we speak to the land, as the land speaks to us, I say. Huckleberry, soapberry, strawberry, crowberry, thimbleberry, swampberry, bogberry, chalkberry. The forest sings to us, through misting rain and whoosh of wing, the sweet smell of cedar and the tickle of moss. We sing too, so the land knows we are grateful. Grandma tells me we take care of the land, as the land takes care of us, Gunal Chis, I say, giving thanks. Thimbleberry, swampberry, bogberry, chalkberry, lingonberry, raspberry, bunchberry, cranberry. Our ancestors sing to us, their voices dancing on the wind and water. We sing too, so they know that we'll always remember. And we sing for the future, so that all will hear and all will know this beautiful berry song. Grandma tells me we are a part of the land, as the land is a part of us, I say. The ocean sings to us, rolling ashore like a beating drum. We sing too, so the tides know we are home. Together we make salmonberry syrup and cranberry marmalade until the kitchen glows like a summer sky. We feast on huckleberry pie and strawberry crisp, raspberry scones, and freshly whipped soapberries. We share gifts of blueberry jelly and the goonberry jam. Gunal cheese, we say, giving thanks. The nights grow long, edged in frost, as sea fades gently into sky. The forest is resting, the forest is dreaming, waiting for berry song. And so the seasons change. On an island at the edge of a wide, wild sea, I take my little sister's hand. Lingonberry, raspberry, bunchberry, cranberry, salmonberry, cloudberry, blueberry, lagoonberry. I have so much to show you. The end. Thank you for your good listening. Children may now leave for their RE class.
Every Sunday, in the center of our service, we create together a time of quiet, a moment for prayer and meditation, a chance to reconnect with our inner selves, our highest ideals, our sense of the holy, however it is we conceive it. Let's begin this time by closing our eyes and breathing deeply. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your body relaxing, sinking into your seat. Breathe. In this meditation time, first we'll join together in our centering song. Then we sit for a few minutes of shared quiet. Then we will speak to one another of our joys and sorrows. And then I will lead a prayer. Our centering song today for the month of April on the theme of interdependence is number 175 in the gray hymnal. We celebrate the web of life. Verses 1 and 2. The lyrics will be on the screen. You may remain seated and join in as you like. Let the song guide you gently into our time of shared meditation. It is our tradition in worship to share with one another the milestones of our lives, our personal joys and sorrows. We speak and listen with care so that our sharing knits us together in love, in strength, in community. First, if you have a sorrow to share, please type it into the chat box now, and Doug will read them aloud after anyone in the sanctuary has shared. Thank you for sharing these joys, which help to connect us and remind us all of the beauty of living. And now we light one more candle to shine out our thanks for all the many blessings in our lives. The prayer I am using is from Laura Horton Ludwig. Spirit of life, Spirit of earth, Spirit of all that breathes and all that is, we love you. We love this planet and its people and its beings. We love this interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. We love it all, and we want it all to be well and blessed and healthy. But we are human, and as a people, our hearts are still small. So often, our love and our sincere desire for the well-being of all is not yet enough to restrain our collective desire for more for ourselves, more money, more power, more things. So often, we act in the service of that desire for more in ways that harm our fellow humans and the countless beings with whom we share this earth. And so often, even when we would do otherwise, we feel powerless. The problems are so big, the scale so enormous. What can one person or one small group really do? But today, let our prayer be for hope and commitment to stay in the struggle, to do what is right as best we can each day, and to love you, Spirit of earth and ocean, stars and rocks, beings of every kind, not least our human neighbors, to love this glorious whole as we love ourselves, for we are you and you are us. Blessed be.
Now is the time for our offertory. Our church is a self-supporting organization funded by your generous annual pledge. You may also contribute to our weekly collection plate, which we split every month with a deserving cause. Folks on Zoom can donate either way using the orange button at the top right corner of our homepage at melroseuu.org. The Giving Beyond Our Walls recipient for April is HEAT, spelled H-E-E-T. This Boston nonprofit has a mission to cut carbon emissions now by driving systems change, especially around natural gas. Its website is heat.org. For our anthem today, the choir is going to sing What a Wonderful World.
I see them bloom
And now we will hear testimonials from members of the climate team. Phyllis Carr is first.
Yesterday and tomorrow, trees. Yesterday, 2 weeks ago, I opened my library book. Before starting the first chapter, I read the statement on the flyleaf. This book is printed on 100% recycled paper. By using recycled paper in place of paper made with 100% virgin fiber, this first printing saved over 1,700 trees. Tomorrow, and all the days that follow, we need to play forward that intended message. Paying attention to the trees in our community, our climate action team partners, and being supportive of the jobs they do. They filter pollutants of the air we breathe. They manage stormwater to ensure cleaner waterways. They lower suburban temperatures, which can decrease energy use, and they efficiently capture CO2 to slow the rate of climate change. Please welcome and include trees as members of our climate action team.
I'm Laura. My pronouns are she and hers. I have loved the ocean since my early days growing up in Rhode Island and sailing with my family on Narragansett Bay. I went on to study oceanography, marine policy, and marine ecology, and work professionally to protect water quality. In all of the bleak climate news from 2023, one number stood out to me: 101.1 degrees, an ocean temperature reading off the coast of Florida. I thought, the ocean is never supposed to be the temperature of a hot tub. Yet here we are. This map from the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Association shows the warming trend in the oceans from 1993 to 2022. The oceans play a vital role in climate change. They cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface. They are storing an estimated 91% of the excess heat energy trapped in Earth's climate system by excess greenhouse gases. They absorb about 30% of the carbon dioxide released into the air. Ocean currents influence weather patterns around the globe. We are already seeing glaciers receding, sea level rise, coral bleaching, the decline of fisheries, and other effects from the warming oceans and oceans that are acidifying from the increase in carbon dioxide. Our UU 7th principle calls on us to recognize our interconnectedness with all existence, including the life in our oceans. Our second principle of justice and equity in all human relations calls us to recognize that island nations and coastal communities will be disproportionately affected by climate change. Every 10th of a degree of warming matters for our oceans, for us. There's a lot we can still save.
On April 11th, as I've done almost every week for months, I stood out at the State House in front of the entrance for visitors and staff with banners demanding no new fossil fuel infrastructure. I'm part of the State House Standout for No New Fossil Fuel Infrastructure, or NNFFI, organized by Extinction Rebellion Boston. The NNFFI aims to persuade Governor Healy to keep her campaign promise to stop building new infrastructure for fossil fuel. We've been standing out since June 5th. Every day the State House is open, rain or shine. If it's really bad, we go inside and stand just outside the governor's office. My most recent day was the 213th since this protest began. Every day, we write postcards to the governor reminding her of her campaign promise and the climate emergency we face. And sometimes even a visitor will write a postcard as well. Why do we do this? Because the climate crisis demands action on several different levels. The standout is a public reminder to everyone going in and out of the State House that Governor Healy has not met her campaign promise. We get a lot of support from people going in and out of the State House, which helps keep us going. XR Boston also stages nonviolent direct actions, like the event at which Reverend Suzanne was arrested yesterday and prior to that. This is the earlier event. Extinction Rebellion is in the outside game, getting public attention and raising awareness. XR's theory of change says, when enough people stand up to protest a wrong, those in power are forced to respond. For this crisis, demonstrations are necessary, but not enough. We need concrete government actions, promoting clean energy, improving the electric grid, protecting forests, stopping methane leaks. There are a lot of details to address. Which leads to the inside game, pressuring lawmakers to create, co-sponsor, and pass pro-climate bills, and if necessary, running candidates to oppose those who are fueling the crisis. The picture was a picture of the Senate chamber, which I have never seen the inside of, actually. Few people have, which may be part of the problem. This needs constant attention. Right now, in the Mass State House, lobbyists are working full-time to convince our legislators that clear-cutting state forests is good for the environment. Continued growth of natural gas is essential. Biomass is as green as solar panels. Only our direct involvement, writing and calling to support good legislation and opposing bad bills, can counteract the lobbyists working full-time. So I'm also working with UU Mass Action's climate team and Mass Power Forward to monitor legislation and contact our lawmakers, including arranging talks with our lawmakers to make sure our position is heard. The more people who act, the more we show our power. And to quote our revolution, when we organize, we win.
I'm David Bliss, he, him. On the home front, when it comes to climate change, how you live your daily life matters greatly. We must consider and reduce our own carbon footprint where possible. Together as citizens of Melrose, we are responsible for 80% of the greenhouse gas emissions. The path to reduce our carbon impact begins with energy efficiency, particularly with our homes, including our church home, plus lifestyle and transportation choices. According to the Melrose Net Zero Action Plan, we need to work towards 5 core transitions. 1, make our homes and businesses super efficient. 2, electrify heating and cooking equipment. 3, electrify our vehicles and avoid air travel when possible. 4, make walking, biking, and public transit the best way to get around. And 5, produce renewable energy locally and clean the grid. We recommend starting with an assessment of your family's life using an online carbon footprint tool. From the food we eat to the products we purchase, we all make decisions every day that can profoundly affect us and the world around us. The climate team is here to help guide you through this first step. Please see Doug after the service. This old house is our 100-year-old house as it appeared a few years ago. Let's call it a typical Melrose house. We had already made some energy efficiency improvements. Although siding and trim needs to be repaired and repainted, there is blown-in insulation in the walls and attic, and high-efficiency combination gas boiler and tankless hot water heater. Unfortunately, last year, we learned that the boiler would need expensive repairs or replacement within the next few years. In 2020 and 2022, we installed and upgraded 2 heat pump systems to provide energy-efficient heating and cooling. In 2023, we installed a solar hot water system and were able to retire our combo gas boiler to serve only when needed as a backup. Insulation and air sealing together are the single most effective energy conservation measure. Last summer, we installed a continuous layer of exterior insulation, air sealed our home with self-adhering membrane, and installed insulation in our basement. Particularly with the insulation and air sealing, we were able to avoid expanding our heat pump system and are now able to meet our heating and cooling demand with the electric heat pumps previously installed. Most importantly, our home uses 34% less energy than it did just 3 years ago. And it's now very comfortable throughout the year, and we received thousands of dollars in rebates on our federal taxes. If you'd like to learn more about my home project, I'll be in the parlor after the service. Solarizing your home combined with net metering offers a homegrown source of clean energy. Net metering allows excess energy generation during the summer months and can be credited to offset lower production during colder weather. Melrose Community Power, where nearly all residents of Melrose purchase their electricity, also offers a 100% local clean energy option at a slightly higher premium to cover the standard rate. Electric vehicles include a wide range of vehicle types and price points. It is significantly cheaper to drive a mile with an EV than with a gas-powered car, and EVs have a much lower maintenance cost. Electric bikes are also a popular option at an even lower price point than a car and can possibly substitute or replace a second family car for local travel. As we close our service today, please lift your voice to sing Blue Boat Home, number 1064 in the Teal Hymnals. Lyrics will also appear on the screen.
please join me as we say these extinguishing words. Our service is over, our work begins. Thank you all. I'm sorry. Thank you for worshiping with us today. I invite everyone to visit our tables during coffee hour and learn more about the topics covered in the testimonials and other ways that you can be a part of the local solution to a changing world climate.